Hello, I am Paolo. I run the website repetitojovan.com and I want here to explain you how to use it. So let's suppose they already registered on the website. So we just have to do the login. And after the first login, you have to complete your personal profile information, which is very simple. So you have to write your alias, your time zone, and the providers you want to use for translating your text. So we choose Google Translate to English and Wiktionary to English. We submit everything and now we are in the articles page. So suppose that you want to learn, let's suppose you want to find a ready article in the website. You can even create a new one for you, but I don't want to explain it now. So let's suppose you are learning Italian, for example. You choose the language, you see all the articles here, but let's also suppose that you're a beginner. And so you can find the text for beginners. Now we have only one, which is a very short course that I wrote. And so the first you have to preview and practice without translation. So we can look at it, we see if you like it, and then we say, okay, I want to practice. So congratulations, let's start the practice. Yeah, we're glad to see again. This is maybe not very nice to say for the first time, but I will change it. So here we are in the practice page. You can choose a brand new paragraph because it's the first time you practice. So you can first, I'd like to tell you that this page is quite important. I suggest you to save it on your favorites or to save it in home page of your smartphone. So we choose a brand new paragraph. We have only one article available here. So we choose the first paragraph. Yes, let's go on. And here we are. So we can have the text in front of us. We can play it. There is the audio. It's my voice. Then you can play it fast or slow. You can choose. Then you can, then you can write it down while you play it, so you can do a dictation. And as soon as you write it, you can write what you want, and then you can check the mistakes. Of course, now we have a big fat mistakes because we didn't write anything, but this is quite clear when you write it. So you can do what you want. What I suggest you do is to listen to it, try to understand it, then read what you don't understand, and then you can take the words that you don't know when you save the notes. To save the note, you can click on a word, for example, adesso, and we are here in the edit note page. We can write a primitive form if it's the declined form, and we can write a definition from the dictionary. I suggest you to have a good dictionary and to copy and paste definition inside here. You can also go to Wiktionary, for example, and here, sorry, it's not very easy to read it. Not you can take the word, and here we have, it's very simple, it's now. So we close it, we copy and paste the definition in this area, and so we have the definition. So we save it, and it's here. So we have one note in our text. What I suggest you to understand it very in details. Then after you write it, you can learn it by heart and repeat it with your voice. It's quite important because in this way you can assimilate the language that you are reading. And remember that this is a real language. This is a language that is original. So you will practice also speaking because you are repeating by heart. You're not reading, so you're practicing your speaking. And after 2 or 3 weeks, you'll soon understand how it's useful to do this, and you will find that you will be able to repeat some phrases, and actually you will speak the language naturally and not translating your mother tongue, which is the common mistake that we do when we learn a foreign language. So after that, you have repeated by heart, you think you know it quite well, you can say it's done. So we click on done. You can choose to keep it for the next time or to remove it. Let's suppose, of course, that we want to keep it because it's the first time we practice on it. And so we are again here. Now we have a new button, practice on an old paragraph, because you can, if you click here, you again practice on the old paragraph you practiced before. Suppose that it's the next day now and you practice on a new one. So you go again here, you click on the course, you add it to practice, you practice on it, you write it down, you check the mistakes, you read it, you save notes, and then you play the audio, and then you say it's done. So we do it done, we keep it for the next time, and now we have 2 new paragraphs today and 1 old. Suppose that you are tired of new text, you want to practice on an old one again, so you click on here, You're again on the first one. So there is an algorithm that is organizing everything. It's not, I don't want to explain it, but you will understand it as soon as you practice. So now you can practice again on the first one. You can refresh your memory and you can say it again. And after, the second, the third, the fourth time you practice on it, you will know it very well, and it will be a pleasure to practice on it again. So I personally practice every day on a new text, and then I practice on old text as much as I can. Maybe I can have half an hour every day of practice, and if it takes 10 minutes to practice on the new one, in 20 minutes I can practice on 8, 9, or even 10 old texts without big trouble. And so after the second time, you click on done again, and you can keep it again. So now we're in a situation you have 3 paragraphs. This is a mistake because suppose that you practice an old one on another day, so you see this 3, but it's not right. I will fix it. Anyway, you go on like this, and when you are finished the first text, or you're tired of it, or you want to add a new one, you can go again to the articles, and suppose that you're not a beginner anymore, so you can go to the intermediate section and you find a new one. So you take this one, which is a blog article, you preview it, you look at it, and you start practicing it. And when you have 2 articles, sorry, my mouse is not working very well. When you have a new article, when you choose a brand new paragraph, you can choose between the 2. So you want the new one, you want the old one, and you can check, for example, preview the paragraph and say no, and then you go to the next one, you say no, let's take the first one. So you take this and you practice on it. So you practice, write, repeat by heart, check the words, save the notes, and then you have done. So you keep it and go, and so on and so forth. So this is quite simple. You don't have to take a lot of decision. You have to just allocate some of your time and practice on it. Good luck, and let me hear from you if you have suggestions, impressions, or questions. Bye bye. Thank you very much for your attention.